Imagine a crescent-shaped region stretching across the Middle East. This is the Fertile Crescent, a land nourished by the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Around 10,000 BCE, something remarkable happened here. Humans began to cultivate plants and domesticate animals. This marked the dawn of agriculture, a turning point in human history. Before agriculture, humans lived as hunter-gatherers. They roamed in search of food, their lives dictated by the rhythms of nature. The Fertile Crescent, with its abundance of wild grains and game, provided a stable food supply. This allowed hunter-gatherer groups to settle in one place for longer periods. As these groups grew more familiar with their environment, they began to understand the life cycles of plants. They observed that seeds, when sown, could sprout new life. This realization led to the earliest experiments in cultivation. People began to clear land and plant seeds intentionally, marking the transition from foraging to farming. This shift did not happen overnight. It was a gradual process, spanning generations, yet its impact would be profound, forever altering the course of human history and shaping the world we know today. The transition to farming was not merely about planting seeds. It involved a fundamental shift in the relationship between humans and nature. Hunter-gatherers had lived in relative harmony with the natural world, taking what they needed but not altering its course. Farming, however, required humans to actively manipulate their environment. Early farmers began by cultivating wild grains like wheat and barley. Over time, they selected and replanted the seeds of the most desirable plants, those with larger grains or higher yields. This process, known as domestication, gradually transformed wild plants into cultivated crops. Domestication wasn't limited to plants. In the Fertile Crescent, animals like sheep, goats, pigs and cattle were also brought under human control. This provided a more reliable source of meat, milk and hides. Moreover, some animals, like oxen, could be used for ploughing, further increasing agricultural efficiency. The transition to farming led to the development of new technologies. Tools like sickles, hoes and ploughs were invented to till the land and harvest crops. Storage methods also improved, ensuring a surplus of food could be kept for lean times. These innovations laid the groundwork for the development of more complex societies. The shift from hunting and gathering to farming is often called the agricultural revolution. But why did humans make this change? Why abandon a way of life that had sustained them for millennia? The answer, it seems, is complex and multifaceted, likely a combination of factors. One theory suggests that population growth played a crucial role. As hunter-gatherer groups grew larger, they may have put a strain on available resources. Farming, with its potential for higher yields, could have provided a more sustainable way to feed a growing population. Another theory points to climate change. Around 12,000 years ago, the Earth experienced a period of warming known as the Holocene climatic optimum. This led to changes in plant and animal life, potentially making farming a more attractive option in some regions. It's also possible that the transition to farming wasn't a conscious choice, but rather a gradual adaptation to changing circumstances. As hunter-gatherers settled in one place for longer periods, they may have inadvertently begun to cultivate plants and manage animal populations. Regardless of the exact cause, the adoption of agriculture had profound consequences for humanity. It led to settled lifestyles, increased population densities, and the emergence of villages, ultimately laying the foundation for the rise of civilizations.